So Victoria, what have we got here today?
Well, Justin, today we are joined by a beautiful 488 Spider. She is an absolute beaut. Fully equipped in Rosso Corsa red, black leather interior with the bucket seats and the red line through the middle of them. And I have had an amazing time driving to you today because I've come to your neck of the woods for a change. I just wanted to know your thoughts on it because you've upgraded your 360 to a 430. I did actually want to get my hands on a 458 but couldn't, so I just had to go for a 488 instead. Oh, poor me. I mean, she looks massive, but she is actually quite petite. And you'll notice that with your 430 too, now that she's quite petite compared to, you know, a lot of the other cars out there. And they got it really right, in my opinion, with the 458 and changed very, very little between the 458 and the 488 aesthetically. You know, the lights and whatnot, but you can see that they are direct models one after the other. And gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
It's very special. There's just something about a red Ferrari that's very, very special. And I think it's, I don't know, what colour is this one? Is it Rosso Corsa?
Yeah.
It just stands out so much, doesn't it?
With my top.
Yeah, I'm loving the outfit.
Thank you very much.
Proper Fezza cap, which is very appropriate.
That's it. I had to work for it, mind. I didn't just get it sent like some people do.
You have to earn it.
I do. I had to earn it big time.
It's got all my junk in it.
It does, but we're used to that. So this is what the key looks like. So
at least they made an effort. These are nice support seats, aren't they? These carbon fibre seats. They look amazing, don't they?
Seats. Now there are a lot more extras that can be added to the car, carbon fibre wise, that this one doesn't have. So you can get the whole driver zone. You can get the centre console. There's a lot of carbon elements on the outside you can get. So you could have easily added on an extra 50 grand onto however much this one would have cost back in the day. But
I think they're about 300 grand new, aren't they?
Yeah,
they were, well, about that. I think the Spider's a bit more.
Yeah, 300 plus Spanish registration, so it would have taken you up to around 340, 350 approximately. That's what someone new would have been paying for it. Where am I going?
Left.
That's this hand, all the way up.
It is. No, left.
I know there's a pothole. I don't want to get caught in the pothole.
Okay.
So just tell me, where are you taking me? Where are you guiding me to?
Right, so we're just leaving my village.
Shithole.
And normally I'm the only Ferrari in the village. So you've upset it a bit because you've brought something a little bit more flash. And we're going to head up to a village called Casares, which is, we're doing a very English accent there.
Casares,
which is just up the road.
Casares, aren't we?
And it's a really nice little drive. We should discuss. Is this just too fast? Because my car, as you know, I've got the 430. What's mine got? Mine's got 470 horsepower.
Something like that.
480. Yeah. And this has 670 horsepower. That's nearly 200 horsepower more. And I thought my car was fast. But this is another level, isn't it?
I would have kept more or less your horsepower with this technology. That for me would be ideal.
Technology is in what? As in
gearbox, suspension, how firm it feels. Just a newer version of your one, basically, would have been fine for me. Where are we going?
Let's carry on that way. It feels a lot more modern in here than mine, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just...
Yeah, well, there was such a generational jump, massive generational jump between your 430 and the 458. Not that much difference between 458 and 488 aesthetically. Obviously, the engine is massively different because we went from a naturally aspirated to a turbo, which is this one.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Straight up there.
It's very dusty.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a slippery road, so we need to be a little bit careful. And I think that's why the theme of the video is this just too fast?
She is.
It's very relevant because I struggle to put the power down on my car along here.
I mean, we're not going to be putting a lot of power down today because it's a very
tight left here.
It's a very expensive car, and I don't know the road, so I'm just going to be plodding along nicely. But this car's amazing. I mean, it's Ferrari through and through. The sound is beautiful. All the buttons. I love the Manantino. Manantino makes me feel like I'm something. So the owner of the car complains about the lack of sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super loud though, is it?
It's not, but in the car's defence, I mean, she's not meant to be loud. She's refined. Right. She's a refined woman.
Floor it here, floor it here.
his other car is a Murcielago with straight pipes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, you can actually have a conversation in here. I thought it was going to be louder, to be honest. I even brought the fluffy mics.
this is beautiful.
And these are wind turbines.
The wind turbines.
This is a lovely road, heading up all the way. If you actually follow it all the way up to Galcin, it's really nice. This is very, very, very nice. I do love these carbon seats as well. They're super comfy, aren't they?
Yeah. The main things for me on the 488 when speccing one up is these seats, which I absolutely love. They don't just look amazing, but they feel amazing too. A lot of time you get the bucket seats and you just think, oh, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But I've just driven half an hour to get to you, and they were getting comfier the longer I was sat in them, which normally I'd be like, oh, glutes are aching and my legs are aching, just get me out. But really comfy. And then the lifting system. And the 488 was an option, and a very important option in my opinion, to have the lifting system, because she's quite low, and just to have that little button.
Does that come as standard now? No. You'd think it would be standard, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an option on some cars, like the Portofino, it's not even an option, I don't think. I love the LED on the steering wheel, just all the details.
That's better. So is it too fast? We didn't answer the question of is it too fast? The answer is it's too bloody fast.
It's unnecessary. You don't need this much speed for anything at all, ever.
You lose the sensation of speed in a way. It's also a lot more refined than my car, for example. So
in your car, if you're doing 120, you feel that
you feel like you're doing it. Yeah.
This one you're doing 120, you feel like you're going 50.
Yeah. You have no idea how fast you're going. Yeah.
It's scary. Like literally now, like if I were to say what speed we're doing now, and I'm like, hello, no hands on the steering wheel, plodding along, 6th gear, not even accelerating, like the car's cruising itself. But it's ridiculous.
It is crazy.
It is. Where is it going to stop? I mean, we're talking about new models now coming out, all with 1,000 horsepower. That's what's happening.
But you can't use them on the road. I mean, unless you take it on a racetrack, and you can't go to a racetrack all the time.
But how many of the owners of any of these cars go on racetracks?
They probably never track them, actually.
Never.
I think I'm one of the few that actually has taken my Ferrari on the track. I took the 360.
M4 on the track. Bless that car.
It's an M4. It should be on a track.
Shouldn't be.
I mean, that's got 400 horsepower, and that feels ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
You know, we're nearly approaching 700 with this.
Meh. I wonder if it would have spoken back. No, this is crazy. I don't want to say super fast, because I'm just thinking of an 812. It's so quick. She's so quick.
And I think because they're turbocharged now, the speed with which they gather speed it's overwhelming in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because with an actually aspirated engine, you're sort of built up to the speed. But now with these,
it's just there.
It's just that torque is so much. That thrust is pushes.
And like we were saying, it doesn't feel it either.
No.
You don't feel that you're doing any type of speed, and because she's not stressing either, she has so far to go in every gear.
Yeah.
She's never under any type of stress. She's just chilling. As you're shitting yourself, she's chilling, laughing at you.
It's just a pussy. So I mean, why buy one? Like, better off just buying something a bit. Okay, you can afford it. Yeah, just go straight down. Is it just because you can afford it? It's very refined. You can go long distance in it. It's very comfortable.
Well, you don't always need to push everything to its limits all the time. So you could have a 488 and never go fast. But you
just enjoy the car.
You're saying you're not enjoying this now, where we're literally just plodding?
No, but I feel like you should be just flooring it everywhere.
But you wouldn't. You don't floor your 430 everywhere.
I try to,
yeah.
I'm constantly, because you want to hear the engine, you want to hear the sound. Otherwise, you just get a normal car, wouldn't you? If you're just going to potter around.
No, because I like the roundabouts, the kicking out, the downshift, this that. But I don't necessarily enjoy hurtling round every bend as if my life depended on it. But I appreciate a nice car.
If you think about the 458, I think the 458 is possibly the car to get, isn't it? Because
for me, for sure.
It's very similar to this.
Yeah.
It's naturally aspirated. Probably sounds slightly better.
It's the last of its kind.
So it's probably the car to get, And what's that horsepower? 5 something? 560 maybe?
But for me, for sure, that's the Ferrari I would get. Is this your first time in 488?
It is.
And your thoughts?
It's very nice.
Yep.
It just feels too refined.
Yeah.
I like something that's a little bit rougher around the edges. Yeah. I just think it's a little bit too good. It sounds weird, but it's too nice. Great if you want to just drive somewhere long distance, or just like you said, don't want to be. You're not going to get that sensation all the time of like you're sort of hanging on for dear life and you're not actually going that quick, which is what you had like with the 360, a bit with the 430. I think the others then get a bit too much.
I mean, with the 360 you could be going at 60 and think you're going at 120.
Completely, yeah. Especially because the bits are falling off.
Exactly, you could hear things, screws and bolts, and then the lights were coming on the dash.
Yeah.
As soon as you went over a speed bump. So that is definitely raw, and you get that throughout everything though, I think. I mean, if you drive an old M3,
oh yeah, sure,
everything
completely.
felt a lot more raw back then, and then the technology is taking over from our stupidness and inability to drive.
I just think you have to go so fast to get those sensations, and it's too you can't on a public road. That's the problem.
So thank you very much for joining us again, and subscribe please if you haven't already. Follow on YouTube for daily updates, and we will be seeing you soon, which is Halloween.
See you for Halloween, yes.
Spooky Halloween. Woo-hoo.
Ooh. See you later.